Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your East Oakland advocate. Well, we just got more information that it verifies what I've been saying about Mayor Sheng Thao, that she is completely unqualified for the position. And so for the last 10 days, she's been out of town on to create more business for Oakland, is what she claimed, and it was a trip to Vietnam. And so, unless it was about solar panels, uh, it that trip was pretty much a vacation for her, a paid vacation to a place that she probably wanted. And so, um, and then placing it under, yeah, trying to drum up business to Oakland is her excuse. Okay, well, during the press conference yesterday that um, she held, and because she's receiving a lot of flack from everybody, and NAACP is putting a lot of pressure on her to declare a state of emergency so that we can get more funding and also police officers federally and with state assistance. So, and then in the press conference, she just absolutely showed how stupid she was by saying, and I need ideas and uh, for helping our police to help reduce crime. She needs ideas. She doesn't have any ideas because she fired the only good police chief that we had. That's how stupid she is. And then she fired the homeless director, which affected my housing at the top of the year. In fact, I didn't get housing from the city of Oakland because she fired Daniel Cooper on January 17th, right in the midst of me attaining a room at a hotel here in Oakland, and she fired him. So my position and my getting off the streets permanently, or at least with some assistance from the city, went to zero, and I had to do everything myself. And fortunately, I had that backup plan in place, but also she has no ideas on how to resolve the crime in Oakland. She's saying she's not to blame, and she truly is to blame because her Nikki Fornutato Bass both were screaming at the top of their lungs, defund the police, defund the police, both of them. And so both of them are highly responsible for what is truly going on right now. The crime in Oakland, yesterday, the statistics went just were released, and we're not even finished with 2023 yet. And right now, as of yesterday, at 4 o'clock, we had 11,663 home burglaries in Oakland. That's up. That is nearly double the home burglaries from 2021. 2021 recorded a high of 5,892 home burglaries, and that includes home invasion robberies. Home invasion robberies are 38% of these numbers. Uh, and so that's a lot of home invasions, and that's why people, if you got guns at home, you better get them ready. If you need to get a big dog like I do. I've always had aggressive breed dogs, and they actually saved my family back in 2006. Because we had in the middle of the night home invaders come through, break into the back door of our home in the Grand Lake, and if it wasn't for my one American Staffordshire Terrier named Pandora and her sister Mary, we probably would have been killed in the middle of the night. And there were three of them on my camera. And my dogs attacked and saved the family and actually chased the perpetrators off the block because I followed the blood trail. Pandora was, is, or was a trained attack dog. She was a protection dog for my family, and we got her and trained her for a reason because previously, before that, you probably heard about the Chiron bombings back in 2004. Well, that was my wife was one of those executives that they were targeting, and they actually came uh, to our house and egged our home, our cars, and everything back in 2004. So that's why we've always had protection guard dogs. I've always been armed, and in that case, I couldn't shoot at anybody because they weren't doing anything life threatening. Throwing eggs. But a few dog bites. That would help. Um, but crime is up, and our I've been screaming since the beginning. Sheng Thao is the most unqualified mayor of all time. She has no business being in that position. She ran and was your city council representative for District 4 for 4 years before running for mayor. And then during the mayor's campaign, all the controversy with the city clerk's office and the crooked politics that prevail here in Oakland. We had a lot of candidates that did make the illegal change in the deadline filing for their paperwork. Uh, Lauren Taylor was 100% in there. He had actually had everything filed. He was one of the first people to file within days. Then Ignacio de la Fuente was in there. So there were a lot of candidates that had properly filed long before the illegal change in the date. But then Sheng Thao, on the other hand, she was notified 3 hours in front of the filing deadline change without any notice. This was the notice, 3 hours. And Sheng Thao got down there, but she got down there just in front of 5 o'clock. Well, 5 o'clock is the deadline for the filing. That means all your paperwork has to be in, stamped, and verified by 5 o'clock on this change. And so she didn't qualify because her paperwork, she didn't even get to the desk till 6:25. And there's only two people at the desk to do all of the work. And it takes 30 minutes to go through all the paperwork and then make sure you have all the signature. The minimum number of signatures was 50, maximum number of signatures was 100. If you turned in 101, you got disqualified. Yeah, by having too many signatures, you got disqualified. So that's how stupid and crooked the politics are here in Oakland. But anyway, a lot of the home burglaries that I've been talking about, there are a lot of times theft of the person's auto, their vehicle right in the driveway, or earlier in the year we had a lot of catalytic converters being chopped off cars. We still have some happening all around Oakland, but not to the extent because a lot of those scrappers that were illegally buying them were caught and they're prosecuted. So a lot of that went away. But again, home invasions are up 38%. 38% of the current Oakland numbers, which as of yesterday at 4 o'clock was 11,663. So 38% of those were home invasions where somebody was in the house and robbed at gunpoint and with threat. And we've seen these in the media and in the news. Uh, and folks, like I said, uh, even at home, you need to be carrying that weapon on your hip. I carry something on me all the time. just to let you know, Sheng Thao, I told you Oakland, she is the least qualified, and now we're going to suffer 3 more years of uh, her stupidity, we'll say, because she has no answers. She said that she had funding for the Oakland A's baseball park. No, she didn't. And that's what John Fisher said. She didn't have a plan. And I know she didn't have a plan because the only way forward would have been with an EIFD. And she did not have that in place. In fact, we still don't have a, a, an agreement with the county, because that's how we have to partner up with Alameda County. So right now we have Oakland had nothing but hot air, and that's why John Fisher said he has to move the A's, because they have $380 million sitting on the table for their project from the state. What do we have on the table? Nothing. We have dust. We have dust on the table. And Sheng Thao is lying to you. She is one of the worst and one of the dumbest politicians that we've had in the mayor's office, also on city council. So I don't know what we're going to do, but for me, I'm arming up. I got a big ass dog, and we'll be ready. Thanks for joining me. We'll be right back.